So welcome back guys to a very big video because we are going to be talking about Genesis Part 2. There's also going to be a little bit of information in today's video on ARK Survival Evolved 2. It's all very interesting, so I hope you guys do enjoy. As always, if you do enjoy, let's try and smash a 700 like target on today's video, and also make sure to be subscribed if you're not subscribed already so you don't miss out on all of your gaming news. Now, what I want to say first in today's video is a shout out to another YouTuber called Jade Plays Games, because he did like a sort of interview sort of thing with another dev, Chris at Wildcard, and it gave him a little bit of information, not much, but talking a little bit about, you know, a Genesis Part 2, that it looks amazing and stuff with the next gen console, and it is all very exciting, but we're going to be getting into it in today's video. Now, the first thing I wanted to mention as we're getting into this is the Genesis Season Pass is currently 20% off, and the offer ends in 8 days time. So if you're interested in getting Genesis a little bit of money off of it, and you know, this is your time really now. I know that in like the future you may be able to get a chance to get it a little bit cheaper. When I say may, you will be able to get a chance to get it cheaper, but that won't be for another few months. So if you're someone that wants to try out a new simulation experience on ARK Survival Evolved, this is your best point. Now, as you guys will remember, you saw the Genesis Season Pass. We had Part 1, which was available February 25th. I can't believe how fast time has gone since then. And that was way before, well, not way before, but it was just a little bit before lockdown, which was good times. And then there's ARK Genesis Part 2, which is still available winter 2020. Now, Wildcard have stated that they're going to stick to this release date. They said, obviously, things could change, but they want to get it in the same sort of time as the new next gen. You know, the Xbox Series X and the PS5. And obviously in the interview that Jay did with obviously Chris, he said that it looks absolutely outstanding. Now, the little bit of information on ARK 2, I think Jay tried to get a little bit out of him, but obviously, you know, he can't really say much, and he's not really in with that side of things. He does a lot of the trailers. He mentioned that with the new edition of the Unity, that's what I'm thinking, Unreal Engine, sorry. With the new one that's come out, it has created a whole new world for gaming in 2020, you know, above 2020, you know, it's really making games look incredible. Like, the graphics are unreal. And this is obviously what ARK Survival Evolved used. So using that, there was kind of hints to what it could be for the next game. For my personal opinion, for ARK 2 to make it a little bit different to the first one, is to just make the game a stable, really awesome graphics game where dinosaurs literally look real. You know what I mean? Something that can be really scary as well. You're walking through that forest and that first look at that T-Rex generally scares you. I would love the ARK Survival Evolved 2 to really be something that, you know, it makes people say, wow, this is worth buying, this is worth the change. But anyway, moving on from ARK 2. So we know that obviously Genesis Part 2 is scheduled to be sort of released around about the new next-gen console. So we're hoping that they'll stick to the winter 2020, and it is looking fantastic, which is obviously a great thing to know, because we know that they're making progress on it, and we know that it, you know, because I just don't want them to push it back too much if they do push it back, really, because it'd be fantastic to have the hype of the new consoles along with the Genesis Part 2. Now, another thing to take into mind when this is being released, Part 2 of Genesis, is obviously TLC Phase 3 is coming out. Now, the most recent information we had on TLC Phase 3, if you're wondering what TLC is, it's called Tender Love and Care, and it's where dinosaurs in ARK get a whole new look in the game, and they get new abilities. Usually, it's just the old ones. That's how they've mentioned as well in the most recent news on TLC. They said the old, most, you know, dinos from early access are going to get a revamp with new abilities. And if you're someone that's played ARK in the past, you will know exactly what a TLC is. So that they said that's coming sort of late September, October time. So you have to bear in mind that they're going to be working on that as well. So that is going to be very interesting. Now, what I've read here was something I really wanted to show you guys. This person, shout out to you here. He said, Genesis Part 2. So I've completed the Genesis simulation, and I was very surprised by the ending. Rockwell appears on the ship and takes away. These are my theories on what to expect for Part 2. Part 1, where did Rockwell take us? Part 2, content for the DLC, and Part 3 is what will happen after Rockwell is defeated permanently. I have 3 theories from most likely to least likely. From most likely to least likely to start. My first theory is that Rockwell took us back to Earth where the aberration Ark landed, after the Arks were called back to Earth. Second is because we were on a ship, and it takes place on some alien planet, and Rockwell hitched a ride. Third, Rockwell put us in his own simulator that he created to punish you for what happened in the OG simulators. So there's a few interesting sort of theories there, like because it could really be anything that Rockwell could do, and has done. But it's hard to know exactly what it is. But they are 3 interesting theories there. New content such as creatures, tools, weapons are hard to narrow down, but assume there will be some corrupted humans when we're going to because of the ship. Now, that could definitely link into some NPC mods. Now, ARK has needed NPCs in the game for so long. Imagine a single player where you have NPCs in. Imagine for Genesis Part 2, they managed to install perfectly the NPC mod. Now, if you haven't seen it, I recommend watching the most recent one. When I say most recent, it was a couple of months ago. I uploaded it on my channel, and we took a look at the sort of sponsored NPC mod. So Wildcard sponsored this mod. It was incredible. I couldn't believe it when I was playing it. It was like these actual group of NPCs build up a tribe, build up a base on your single player. So if you're someone that has PC ARK, you can download it from the workshop, and you don't need to play online, and you could chat to these NPCs, you can build like alliances with these NPCs. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible, and I really enjoy it. I might even do another video on it soon, and might even start playing it soon. Even talking about it got me very excited. But you never know. Creature could be random. I was surprised about the Ferox and the Bloodstalker because I couldn't come up with that in a million years. Some new equipment we'd see would most likely be space-based, such as shuttles, oxygen tanks, scanners, pressurized structures, or the use of underwater tech. But we won't know for a while. What I'd like to see is a lot more animals, more than Extinction and Genesis combined. I think he means dinosaurs. But yeah, I agree with that too. If Wildcard is putting more emphasis in the story, then I think it's safe to assume that there will be an alternate ending to Genesis. One of them being the real ending where you aid Helena in killing Rockwell forever. The other being the bad ending where insufferable urge for power makes you kill Rockwell and Helena and take over the entire Ark and Federation system, making you the new god. Now that is definitely something interesting there. I'll bet that if in the good ending, Helena congratulates on accomplishing this might feel he meant, I don't even know. And just before the screen turns black, or whenever it turns black, the character will say thank you, and you wake up on Earth only to meet some unfamiliar faces. That being obviously all the other sort of humans involved in the whole story of ARK Survival Evolved, as you guys can see. And living amongst the humans who migrated from the Arks in a new rebuilt society. Those are my theories for part 2. I'd really like to hear your thoughts and your own theories. Just let me know what you think. So sorry, there was a little bit of me reading that a bit poorly there. Like obviously, when it's not like a sort of complete put together thing by Wildcard, obviously there's going to be the odd spelling mistake or something like that. So I have to sort of read round it when I'm reading it for a video for you guys. But I really like the idea of this, and what I would like personally for the ending of Genesis Part 2 would be that if it is Arc 2 next, when it gives you a sort of teaser, so the screen goes black and you sort of move and it says, yeah, thank you, you've completed ARK Survival Evolved storyline, and then all of a sudden something happens, and then you see a sort of sneak peek of Arc 2. That'd be absolutely fantastic. But yeah, there's we've got time until Arc 2 and Genesis Part 2 is coming out. But it was very interesting to hear from Chris, the dev at ARK Survival Evolved, saying that it's looking very good. The next gen's coming out sort of November time. It's going to be a great year for ARK Survival Evolved. And something else he did actually mention, I forgot to say, is he's saying he's very excited for the future of, not just the future of ARK, he's saying for the future of gaming, but you could hear the excitement in his voice talking about how excited he really was for the future of ARK, really, you know, what's coming up next. And I think we know. I think we pretty much know ARK 2 is on the cards. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching today's video. I hope you did enjoy it. I tried to go into as much depth as possible about what we know so far about Genesis Part 2 and the most recent information. For now, it's July now. We've got the next upcoming big thing for ARK really is going to be when Crystal Wilds is released on the console in September. It is then TLC Phase 3. It is then meant to be the Genesis Part 2. And then on, we have no idea what is coming. Thank you for watching, guys. Smash that like target. Subscribe if you're new around here. And I'll catch you guys in my next video. See you guys later.